Good morning, everybody. Just doing a quick update on the roads and the air condition. Super foggy up here today. So right now we're just outside of the Volcano village. So taking you guys on a little bit of a longer drive today, so you guys can see the air quality and the road conditions. So the air quality is really, really bad. I got my air on inside air. It's nasty today. I don't know why it's as bad as it is, because there's such little emissions coming out of Holly Mountain, but it is nasty up here in Volcano today. So what's it like where you're at? Oh, we just passed all that that fill they brought up. So we're right here. We're entering the national park. So we're going to be coming up on the first series of cracks here pretty soon. These are the ones that originated first. There's been some of them that have evolved, and some newer ones. So, and they've done some repairs in this area coming up here too. So we're just passing the 28-mile marker. So it's between like the 28 and 30-mile marker where things are not so good. So in this area, especially the other lane was really bad, but we got lots of cracks right here. These are some older ones. So it was reported there was more cracking and slumping on the road after our earthquake we had last night. However, I did drive through this area right after that last night, and at night I didn't see really any difference from earlier in the day. See, there's a whole bunch of cracks here. You can see them all outlined by the white lines in the road. That's all spray paint. This area is kind of falling off over here on the side. Something going on. I'm not really sure exactly what that one is, actually. But over the past few days, the roads have gotten worse. Since I did my last update, there's an area that almost looks like a sinkhole forming. Some sort of slumping in the middle of this lane. So we'll be getting there pretty soon. So here's a sign right here. Now we're entering the fault zone. So you see some more outlined stuff there. That I think might have been from yesterday. This too. No, this one's been, well, no, it's a lot worse. Yeah, so there's definitely some things here that have gotten worse. I think these are highway guys or count. I think they should be state. That area they repaved just recently had cracks there. The area we just went over. Yeah, this fog is really, really bad today. So we'll be coming up here soon on the area right before the golf course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn into the golf course, turn back around, and that way we can see it from both sides. I don't know if they've been up here making repairs today or not, but it definitely needs some repairs. So if they're not up here yet, they probably will be later today. There's actually a small hole. Yeah, they're not here yet. There's actually a small hole right here on the left side, right where that sign is. It's kind of in the road. Like the whole area is fallen in right there. So driving through here, use extreme caution. The speed limit is 25. So you'll see we're about to actually hit that area where it's forming a sinkhole right now. It's outlined in pink. And there's a park ranger kind of stationed over here because it is that bad. It is definitely worse. Probably couldn't see it as much last night, or maybe it started slumping more after I drove through. I drove through about half an hour after the earthquake. So we just went over the steel plates that cover the sinkhole or the collapse that happened there entering the golf course. Other than the fog, it sure is a beautiful day. So we're gonna turn back around, go back down through the golf course entrance, or now exit, and you'll see again the steel plates that are covering the area that started to collapse. There's a lava tube underneath there, so it was kind of expected. This is on the edge of the ancient crater area right here. So right here, there's all steel plates. And we'll start heading back down towards the other side. And you'll be able to see the slumping in the road and the cracks. And we're gonna have to go around that sign because that guy is going way too fast. I'm surprised the ranger didn't do anything. So right there is the big slumping area right there. This area is, you can feel it going in. That's the area they just fixed. This is the other area they just fixed right here. And there's all kinds of cracks. I mean, they're all outlined. So you guys can see them going as slow as I possibly can. There's some slumping on the sides right there. The pavements are falling in over there on the edges. This area is the worst right here. Right here. It's got big cracks, big hole. You got to go around the sign. I'm glad they have that that sign there now, because it wasn't like that. So we're going to go through this area again so you guys can see it again. Different perspective, maybe different lighting might be a little bit easier to see. So this area was just repaved recently, as you can see. And there's already some movement in it, especially right there on the very end part, but it's worse on the other side. So this crack is pretty decent size, and this is definitely grown, so we're going to want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, this is some of the worst fog I've seen in Volcano in a really long time. See, they're checking the edges of the road. See, they're using the machetes, and they're checking what's happening outside the road, because if all these cracks are happening on this road, what's happening off of this road? Let's see what they are. Here's their truck. Yeah, state highways. So that's the state highways, guys. So they're probably assessing the situation, seeing what's needed, and they'll go from there. Looks like they're going to be doing more repairs right there. This area is like covered in cracks. They're all pretty small in this area, but they definitely have the potential of getting a lot bigger. as we've seen. A lot of times they seem to like kind of start out small and they start spreading, and then we also get a lot of those small little sinkholes or whatever they are, but they're holes, and they go down a little ways. So I don't know if they're like the beginning of sinkholes or if they're kind of their own thing, a miniature sinkhole. But this is the area that lifted up the highway that they finally actually repaved, but it's starting to move again too. So anyways, guys, that is all of the cracks in this area. There is some very superficial ones here and there. There's one past Namakani Pa'io, Hainata Ka'u, that's decent size. Lots of little cracks in the road out there. If you go real slow, you look at the road, it just looks like spider webs of cracks everywhere. In the village, not anything I could really show you driving, but there is some superficial cracks here and there in the road. There was one signpost that cracked, and they had to repair it. There's been definitely some damage to homes, infrastructure, and so you see a lot of utility workers in Volcano now that you never would see before. So there's definitely a lot going on. So here I'll show you guys. We're coming up right now on, this is all their fill they have over here. So all that fill that's piled up there on the right side, that's the one I was reporting on earlier. I think they worked on that because it did have fire ants all in it, and Volcano really doesn't have fire ants, so I was really worried about that. But hey, since we're already driving, we're here in the beautiful Volcano Village, and I figure we might as well take a drive. And if you guys want to hang out with me and take a drive through the beautiful Volcano Village, let's do that. So right here, we just passed the Volcano School. This is the art center. So they actually have park rangers stationed over here, giving information and that sort of thing. There's a beautiful trail there at the art center. Lots of things for tourists to do. Coming up here is the, we're going to be coming up on the post office and that sort of thing. So we got the post office coming up, and then we're going to have Ohelo Cafe. Great food, amazing food. And then you got the big store. We call it the big store, Volcano store. And Eagles Lighthouse Cafe is on the side there. There's definitely still stuff for tourists that are up here to do. Sorry guys, I'm not reading comments because I'm driving, and I have it all in hands-free, so I will try to respond. So we just passed the Thai restaurant and True Value, and here we got Lava Rock and the Kilauea General. We're just passing. Sorry, this thing doesn't move very well. And there we go. We got the Kilauea Lodge. Excellent food there as well. Really good food. New ownership too. So I think some things are going to be changing there. Let's take a quick trip up Wright Road here. It's kind of interesting area if you're not familiar with it. We have an amazing farmers market every Sunday. And it's an early one, but it goes to about, I think it goes to about 9:30, something like that. But I think they open it up at like 5:30. So Cooper Center here. There's a basketball court, skating park, skate park, playground. Great place to bring the kids. This is where the farmers market is. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And then we got the fire station right here and all that too. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna flip around. I want to show you guys. They installed a a siren. Let's see if I can flip around here. It's kind of like a tsunami siren, but they installed it inside the parking lot for Cooper Center. And so I'm gonna try to turn around here, and I'll show you guys that. But it's for in case we have some sort of large explosion from the crater or something like that. That will sound. And I do believe they have it completely finished now. I could be wrong. I haven't seen the official word, but I've been watching them work on it. See, really awesome little playground. Great place for kids. Today is really foggy, so not the greatest today maybe, but generally it's pretty awesome. Okay, so there it is. That is our new volcano siren. It's kind of cool. So if we have, you know, one of those 1% chance, as they call it, pyroclastic surges, that will supposedly go off. Or if they're seeing that there's a potential for something like that to happen. So at least we have a warning system in place here. I don't know exactly how far that'll be heard. They did say that people in like golf course would probably be able to hear it. So I don't know. That area is, to me, is just as important as the village. So hopefully they get something up there. It's as the crow flies, is just as close. So. So yeah, that is your tour today of Volcano. Talk about the air quality. It's not so great today, but you know, usually in the afternoons it tends to kind of blow out. Hopefully it does that again. You saw all the cracks in the road. There's cracks on this road too, even right here in the village. Cracks in my carport, cracks in my ceiling. So there's definitely damage, you know, all over the place up here. But yeah, hey, thanks for riding along with me, everybody. Hope you guys can come and check out Volcano. Come up on a Sunday and go to the farmer's market and check out one of these amazing restaurants. All right, you guys. Aloha.